Hey everybody, welcome back to My Physical World, and this is an update on the incident that happened on the 11th of August, just a couple days ago. There's a little bit more information, some responses from the Filipino government. So we're going to talk about that today. So if you were living in the bubble for the past couple days, I am going to, this is a different set of videos, a video that we're looking at, but this is the same chase. And we're just going to kind of reacquaint ourselves. So here we have the collision of the two Chinese vessels as they were pestering the Filipino Coast Guard. So let's back this up again. So here we have the Type 06 Corvette of the Chinese Coast Guard with its water cannon. You guys saw that. You guys have seen a lot of this video already. Okay, so now this is the point of getting ready for impact with the Type 056 Delta destroyer of the Chinese Navy. And as more information comes out, the destroyer was definitely had the intent to ram the Philippine Coast Guard vessel, okay, but it miscalculated its maneuver, and rightly so caused its own pretty much demise of the situation. Okay, so here is the moment of impact, and here's the moment of impact, and I'm going to try to get it in the film. Okay, a lot of people have been speculating on this red wave here, this red splotch in that is from personnel that were on the bow of the Corvette, the Chinese Corvette, which is plausible. If you guys remember the last video, I stopped the video to show 3 individuals that were on the bow of the Chinese Corvette. One frantically, I believe, trying to put some type of inflatable cushion that really wasn't going to do enough. But anyway, it is most likely the people that were on the bow of the ship are no longer with us, which is always sad to see that able seamen are caught in this situation because of the stupid decisions of their commanding officers. So we're going to continue this a little bit. Most of you have seen these videos by now, and so the Corvette is pretty much dead in the water now, and the destroyer continues its chase of the Filipino ship. Okay, so here's a closer view, and yeah, we see that red plume at the bottom of the bow of the destroyer, which is kind of horrible to see. But I am going to fast forward. I'm going to go a little bit further in this video. Here is the damage to the bow of the ship, of the Corvette, the Type 056. I've had a lot of help in the comments. That's why it's really important to comment on these videos. But there is some information that this Corvette used to belong to the Chinese Navy. and it was transferred to their Coast Guard. But there's another part of this video that I want you guys to see, I think. I'm going to pause and see if I can find it real quick. Okay, yesterday, with the video that I showed, actually 2 days ago on the 11th, I talked about after the collision, the Chinese Navy destroyer continued its pursuit of the Philippine Coast Guard ship. Here is a longer version of that video, and I need you guys to see one really callous activity. Okay, so the Chinese destroyer continues its pursuit. Now here's the audacity. Okay, in the background you're going to see the Corvette is dead in the water. Okay, that's the ship that smacked into the side of this destroyer. All right, and the destroyer kept chase. And here's really where it irritates you again. This is the continuation of the chase. Now, I want you to keep your eye on this Chinese destroyer. Guess what it tries to do? It tries to ram the Filipinos again. So here it comes around. You can see, there's the Corvette in the background, but it tried to ram it a second time. Can you believe it? They have personnel on another vessel that are in distress, and the Chinese Navy doesn't give a crap, and they try to ram the Filipinos again. Can you believe it? Well, I can believe it. I really can. Okay, they have the Chinese Navy, the Chinese government has no regard for human life. Zero. Okay, now also somebody pointed out to me, and I totally agree with them now because I got a better video, but somebody said in the comment of the last video that I was wondering about this black area here, thinking I thought it may be damage, or it didn't quite look like damage because it had too many nice straight lines on it. Well, this is a indented part of the bow of the ship where they store another anchor. Okay, so there's an anchor right there. So that little mystery that I was trying to, thank you for the comment to point me in that direction. Appreciate your help on that. So here's another look at that second attempt to ram the Filipino Coast Guard ship. And if I pause this video, there's the stricken Corvette back here. You know, unbelievable. Unbelievable. They didn't even stop to check their own countrymen. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so the second pass, and again they miss again. And they miss because of the great seamanship of the Philippine Coast Guard. Kudos to you guys. You guys are awesome. Okay. Now this is a 2-minute video. I don't know how long after this the destroyer, I think the destroyer finally gives up at this point. But an excellent job by the Filipino Navy. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. Okay, now the Filipino Coast Guard. My apologies. Now I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to set up a couple things. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to read a statement that was put out by the Philippine government. It doesn't actually have a tag on the end for the for who actually put it out, but I believe it was probably the Defense Force for the Philippines. And this was put out on the 12th, and it says the department is seriously considered by the dangerous I'm sorry, I don't know how to read. The department is seriously concerned by the dangerous maneuvers of two vessels of the People's Liberation Army Navy and the Chinese Coast Guard, and their unlawful interference with a routine humanitarian operation for Filipino fisherfolk in and around the territorial sea of Bayo de Masinloc. Forgive me if I've butchered that term, that name, which is a long-standing and integral part of Philippine territory. Their actions not only posed grave danger to Philippine personnel and vessels, but also resulted in the unfortunate collision between two Chinese vessels. Conscious of its obligations to render assistance in times of distress at sea and its mandate under its jurisdiction, the Philippines without hesitation offered medical aid and other relevant support to the Chinese side, including towing the damaged Chinese Coast Guard vessel out of the area to ensure safety of navigation for other vessels. Yesterday's incident demonstrates the importance of adhering to international maritime rules, such as the 1972 International Regulations for Preventing Collisions at Sea and the 1974 Safety of Life at Sea Convention. The Philippines has repeatedly emphasized the importance of maritime safety and is prepared to work with relevant parties to draw lessons from this incident. The Philippines remain keen in utilizing diplomacy and dialogue to address differences and produce positive outcomes in line with the President's instructions to manage the situation in the West Philippine Sea constructively and settle disputes peacefully. Okay, and then it goes on for some final closing remarks. Okay, but we all saw right there what took place. There is no doubt of the negligence on the part of the Chinese. The Philippines had every right to do any maritime action in that area. Now, what was involved? Let's take a look at what was involved in this area as I try to bring up some images. So involved were two naval vessels, a Type 56 Corvette. It is on the, and forgive me, I'm going to butcher these names, guaranteed, but it's the Jane Dow class Corvette with a displacement of 1,500 tons, and a Type 52 Delta Chinese Navy vessel, Guilin DDG 164, and that is has a displacement about 7,500 tons. For comparison, let's take a look. A Aliburk Flight 3 destroyer displaces roughly 9,900 tons. Okay, so a little smaller than the United States tip of the spear. Okay, as a matter of fact, this image here is the USS Higgins, United States Navy class, and this image right here was taken not too long after the incident that happened in the West Philippine Sea, that the USS Higgins showed up on scene. So now the big stick is involved. Okay. Also, a littoral vessel also showed up in the area not too long after the Higgins showed up. See if I can find a aerial image of that, and I'm still looking. I thought I had an aerial image of the U.S. littoral vessel that showed up, but apparently I don't have that. Sorry about that. And during and after the incident, the crew of the Philippines Coast Guard ship was commended for their bravery and their calm professionalism, and they pretty much all got medals, everybody on the ship, which is awesome. Another image that I want to show you is something that was very interesting after, and this was picked up by the sea light monitoring system. After the incident, the sea light satellite satellite system picked up a image of vessel tracks in the area that are consistent with a search pattern, and most likely they're looking for personnel that were on the bow of the Chinese corvette. So that is pretty darn consistent with a search pattern. Okay, so that is an update that we have on the Chinese bullying the Philippine Coast Guard incident that took place 2 days ago. If any more information shows up, I will keep you guys posted. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you enjoy this channel. Please subscribe. If you want more content like this, let me know in the comments. Let's keep those conversations in the comments going, guys. We can't let the Chinese bully anybody in the South China Sea, or definitely the West Philippine Sea where this incident took place. Hey, you guys can support me on this channel by buymeacoffee.com/myphysicalworld, and I will see you guys on the next video. See you later.